What is love? Well, it's very simple. Since we have an emotional soul, then love must be defined in reference to the emotional soul and based on the nature of the emotional soul. Why? Because who has the love? And where does this love come from? Well, obviously, from the emotional soul. Deep within my soul, that's where the love comes from. I am the one who has the love. So, the love must be defined in reference to my soul. Because the love is coming from my soul, from my immortal emotional soul. So what is love? Love is the intense emotional feeling and desire to willingly share your emotional soul with someone and to care for that person just as you care for your own soul. Now, there are very interesting things in that definition, and there are many implications and implicit statements in that definition. The first thing is that you want to share yourself, meaning you want to give complete and free access of yourself to someone else and to care for that person just as you care for your own soul. That last line is telling you that the type of sharing is an equal sharing, meaning that I want to share myself with that person equally as I share myself with myself. So I want to give myself to that person, allow that person access to me, to my emotions, to the fruits of my labor, in the same way that I allow myself access to my fruit, to my labor, the resources of my labor. This is what I want to do. I want to share myself with that person. Have someone partake of me. Have someone come and take of me and enjoy with me, enjoy myself with me. Meaning that everything that I have, that I find is good for me, for my life, for my productivity, for my enjoyment, for my satisfaction, I also want to give that person a piece of it too. I want that person to enjoy, to experience the same enjoyment that I'm experiencing. And when the person accepts me, they validate my existence. They are telling me that I am worthwhile, that I have value in me, that my feelings, my emotions, my very emotional soul are valuable in their sight. That my very emotional soul and being and feelings have value for their emotional souls and being and feelings. That my very life is enjoyable to them. Now, there are 4 very important things we must unearth in this definition, and 7 we will not have time to touch on today. 1. Since I want to care for that person equally, just as I care for my own soul, it is not right to care for that person more than I care for my own soul. Giving that person more of myself than I give to myself is foolishness. Yes, there is a time and season for everything under the heaven. A time to give a little bit more and a time to take a little bit more. But everything must be done in balance within the 4 seasons. 2. Since I want to care for that person equally as I care for my own soul, it is not right for me to allow that person to harm me, either physically or emotionally. And besides, why would I want to share myself with someone who wants to harm me? That is foolishness. That is insanity even. That would be a lack of wisdom in my part to put myself in harm's way. 3. Since I want to share my emotional feelings with that person, it is not wise to do so if that person is not ready to accept me. Because if they do not yet have the readiness to accept my emotional feelings and the wisdom to know what to do with me and how to handle my feelings and care for them and use my emotions properly for their own benefit and continued enjoyment of me instead of abusing my trust, it is not wise to share myself with them. As it is written, do not awake love until the time is right. 4. Since I want to care for that person equally as I care for my own soul, it is not right to share myself with that person and allow free access if they are not equally sharing themselves with me. For since I care for my emotional soul, I seek good for my soul. And that person's acceptance of me is a good I seek to do to my soul. That person's feelings and desire for me is how I feed my soul and care for it. For one must do to others as you would have them do to you. So I seek to do unto her, that is, giving her free access to me, my emotional feelings, my attention, my affections, and the fruits of my labor, just as I would like her to do unto me, by giving me equal free access to her heart, her love, her physical affections, and emotional feelings. The fool falls in love, but the wise shares his love wisely. Until next time, stay safe and healthy.